If you want to break serve more often, then watch this video to the end. In today's video, I'm going to show you the top 3 return to serve mistakes and how to fix them. So let's get started. Mistake number 1 is mistiming the split step on the return of serve. That is everything if you want to be breaking serve more often in tennis. So what I see is that people, they either split step too early or they split step too late. And there's a couple things that you want to really be aware of so that you can really time your split step perfectly. So by the time you land, you have your racket ready, you see the ball early, and you're crushing that return. So the first thing that people do, usually people split step too late, especially if we're going to be returning 100-mile-an-hour serves. So for this video, let's say that we're returning big serves. They're maybe 90 plus, even over 100 mile an hour, that you're trying to return these serves. And if you're split stepping, watch this. If you're split stepping as the opponent makes contact with the ball, right as I touch the strings, that's when you split step. The ball's going to feel like it's not coming 100 miles an hour. It's going to feel like it's coming 200 miles an hour. You're not going to be able to catch up with it. It's going to be by you in a blink because you're not going to be able to react to that hit. So if you're waiting till right here, that's too late. You're not going to be able to react on time. So what you want to do is you want to split step before the hit. Now, when before the hit depends on a couple of different factors. It's how fast is the serve. So we're going to say in this video that they serve pretty quickly, all right? Now, if they serve really fast and they have a lower toss, you can pretty much start the split step when you see the ball come out of their hand, okay? So let's say it's a fast serve and a toss that's just a little above their head and it goes up and it drops and they hit it. Pretty much when I release that ball, you can start the split step, okay? Because it's coming quick and their motion's quick. Let's say they have a toss like Alexander Zverev or remember Maria Sharapova, both very, very high tosses. If you split step right then you're gonna land and you're gonna be waiting there. You're gonna feel like you're stuck in quicksand, okay? So what you want to do is you want to split step when you start to see this hip motion start to turn. In fact, this is a great little tip for pretty much all split step timing, whether you're approaching the net, or wanting to poach in ground stroke rallies. When you see the hip load and start to explode into the ball, that's a great time to split step because they have not hit the ball yet. So take a look at this back hip here and notice when it starts to commit into the serve. Now, that would be the time to get the split step down. Mistake number 2 is inefficient footwork movement, taking too many steps as the ball is coming to you, because in order to return fast serves, if we're talking about fast serves, you've got to be efficient. If your footwork is not efficient, then you're going to be doing too much. You're not going to be able to catch up with that fast ball. And so since the footwork is pretty efficient, they take it for granted. But take a look at this. I run camps and I always ask my students to try and mimic the return to serve footwork, and take a look how this student right here is moving too much. That's why also at the end of this video, I'm going to give you a 3 free day Move Like a Pro footwork challenge so you can work on your return to serve, your serve plus 1 plays, your ground strokes, your approach shots, and your net play. Going to show you how to poach perfectly. All that kind of stuff is in the 3-day challenge.
So this is one of my students who came out to a hyper-focus camp. We can see here is look at that big hop and big turn sideways and huge backswing. And this is also affecting him at the beginning of the weekend when we were playing points. He was taking this big a moves. You can see he's got beautiful strokes, great technique, right? But again, look at that turn to the side, little innocent turn to the side and hit. He was so late on his returns until he finally simplified what I was showing you guys in this video. Again, look at this. No real footwork here. Big turn, and then huge swing. You're not returning 100-mile-an-hour serves like that. And great strokes. Really good player.
So you want to make sure that when the ball goes up and you time it just right, that you make a very efficient split step. So you can either just do like a straight hop up and down where you don't take a step forward, or you could do the very popular take 1 step forward and split. I kind of like that, so you're going to attack the ball. Because if you just hop up a lot of times I find that when people land, they kind of move back. All right, so you want to make sure that your best defense is a good offense versus fast serve. So if you can get some momentum coming forward and then go forward again to the ball, and then the footwork is also very specific, then you can return serve great. When you first learned how to play tennis and we started talking about footwork with you with one of your coaches, I bet you one of the first tips you heard was racket back, step forward, and hit, okay? Especially from the old school, you probably heard that. Well, on the return of serve, it's the opposite. You get here, you get your split step, then you have a short backswing, you hit the ball, and then the step comes right after the hit so that you don't do mistake number 3. So let's get into mistake number 3. Mistake number 3 is turning side on. When you turn side on, just like if you were to do a regular ground stroke, when you do a shoulder turn and you pivot, if we're returning fast serves, this is going to be making you late for the hit. Okay, you're going to feel like you're in a fight with the ball, and then you're going to start to freak out on your hit and hit a lot of miss hits. So you don't want to do that. You want to be very short with your backswing, very methodical. So again, we want to keep our chest towards our opponent. So I'm going to show you one view from the side so you can see how short I want your backswing, especially when you're practicing by yourself, because you're always going to take a bigger backswing in matches than you are in practice. So if I'm just doing shadow stroke footwork exercises, which again, you need to be doing, don't take it for granted that you're going to do this right. So if I come here, I want to be right here in practice. Look how that's out in front. I'm basically keeping my chest to my opponent, and right there, I'm keeping the racket out in front. I'm taking all that pace, and I'm going out to the ball, all right? If we're doing this in practice, in matches, we might be so good that we're only bringing our racket back to here, which is pretty good, and we go out in front. If you're bringing your racket back to here in practice, guess what? In matches, you're going to be bringing it back here, and that's too big. And again, the ball is going to blow by you or make you late, and you're not going to hit your returns. So again, from this view, if your opponent, your serve opponent is looking at you, if you come here and you do this, it's over. The ball is going to be coming too fast. So look at how my chest stays towards my opponent and I have a short backswing. Then I'm going to hit and then come through. That's what you want to do. That is the return of serve rhythm that you need to master. And again, it's just not as simple as watching this video. I wish it was. I wish I could give you the magic power through this video that after you watch it, you have it. But no, you've got to train the brain and the body to get this. So when you're doing it in matches, it's automated. And I can tell you through doing tons of camps that it is not automated. That when I ask people to do this, I'll show them the demo. They understand it, but their body and their brain does not understand it. So they're doing usually too much. And that inefficiency is going to kill you on fast serves. So I created a 3-day Move Like a Pro footwork challenge that's going to help. So by the way, if you want that, go in the description box. If you want to get started and you don't want to listen to me anymore, go in the description box or go up into the cards section, I think over there, and you can sign up for free. But what's so important about it is we're going to be working on your return of serve, which is absolutely huge. You could argue that it's more important than the serve. The serve and return, two most important things. For whatever reason, you don't see much footwork exercise on those two shots. And you need to be working your footwork rhythm so that your serve +1 consistency gets a lot better, that you make a lot more returns of serves, that you can attack serves more easily when they're slower. So that's going to be inside the 3-day Move Like a Pro footwork challenge. Also, we're going to work on your ground stroke. So your ground stroke consistency goes way up. You're not making these silly unforced errors because you're just not moving very well back there. And then we're also going to be working on the mid-court and your volley game. Also going to show you how to poach the right way so balls are not whizzing by you and you're not sitting there all confused. So if that sounds good to you, make sure to click the link in the description box in the card section. And if you enjoyed this video and you're obsessed with tennis, see, I'm so obsessed, I'm sweating my butt out here. I'm on vacation in Cancun, and I'm sweating like crazy because I'm always thinking about my totally obsessed tennis players out there. We'll see you guys in the next video. Here's my cameraman out here today. Say hello to everybody. Don't be shy.